so sorry.
Welcome to this week's edition of Sun News at Noon. I'm Stockton Myers.
And I'm Frankie Medina. Thanks for tuning in. Winter is just beginning to show its chill, but heads up because registration for the spring semester is already around the corner. Registration for the new term starts on November 14th for seniors, juniors on the 15th, sophomores on the 16th, and then registration will be open to everyone starting on the 17th. Be sure to get a head start by making a registration plan by going to your My UT page so that you can just hit register when the time comes.
They gave us courage. Let's give them our appreciation. Utah Tech University is hosting their annual Veterans Day ceremony tomorrow at the North Encampment Mall at 1 p.m. Vietnam veteran Dan Grayhouse will take part in speaking at the ceremony.
Hi,
so
I'm
let's
Leslie, and I am the
our
copy editor
respects
on
to all veterans and current members of the U.S. military.
City officials of St. George are taking suggestions once again regarding a new interchange to I-15 based on 700 South. The proposed connector to the freeway has plenty of constructive feedback. Some of the comments include traffic already being a problem, especially during rush hour on 700 South. Other comments suggest the potential entrance and exit is too close to residential districts. The comment box will be open to the public starting tomorrow and will close on December 10th. More details regarding when and where to submit comments can be found by scanning the QR code below.
Are you interested in gaining journalism experience while still in college? Then look no further. Sun News Daily is here for you. Applications for the spring 2023 semester are still open, but not for long, so get your application in today. Let's hear from some current Sun News staffers to hear why they enjoy being on staff.
Hi, I'm Leslie, and I am the copy editor on staff this year, and I love being on the Sun News staff because I get to stay in the know with what's happening on campus, and I get to make stronger connections with other student government and administration on campus.
My name is Joe. I'm the news editor, and I like being on staff because I get to work with all my friends.
Hey, it's Misha, the photography here at the Sun News Daily, and I like to work here because of the involvement opportunities I get to experience here on campus.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm the video reporter, and I like being on staff because it made me realize I want a career in media.
Hi, I'm Carly Gillis, and I'm a multimedia reporter on the Sun News, and I love being on the staff because I've gained lots of new skills and I get to gain new experiences.
No experience is required to join our staff, and some positions even come with a scholarship opportunity. Sun News Daily is looking to hire staff writers, broadcast anchors, video reporters, and more. For more information or to apply, scan the QR code below.
After the break, I will have the opportunity to sit down with the 2022 Miss Utah Tech University, Zoe Sewell, to talk about her experience winning not only a Miss America pageant, but also a full ride scholarship.
Maybe the rush of adrenaline has nothing to do with revolutions per minute, or the weightless gasp as you crest the hill. The land of adrenaline is called. Rise to it.
Everyone loves a champion, someone whose performance puts them head and shoulders above the rest. But not all champions wear a medal or hoist a trophy. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. We believe abuse can be prevented by taking a hard look at how we coach, how we train, and how we interact after the last whistle. we have provided over 2 million Safe Sport trainings. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job, it's our promise.
Hey there, Trailblazers. I hope you're enjoying these fine tunes on this afternoon. We're at the top of our hour and we have more music on the way, so stay tuned.
If the character is moving too fast for their stride,
I'm here with the 2022 Miss Utah Tech, Zoe Sewell. Zoe, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the show. We're so excited to have you. So I just have a couple of questions just to get to know you a little bit, get to know your experience. So let's get into it. So as a Miss Utah Tech pageant and scholarship winner, because you did receive a full ride scholarship,
yes.
How has your first 2 weeks been? Like, what has your experience been like?
So the first 2 weeks have been really busy. We actually last night I got a text message saying, hey, can you sing the national anthem? And I was like, okay. You know, it's kind of a lot of things that are like that. I have to just jump in. But homecoming week was phenomenal as well.
That's awesome. And what was your motivation to compete? Like, what made you think, okay, like, I want this, I want to do this?
So my sister originally competed 2 years ago when Morgan Olson was competing, actually. And they had become great friends. And then I was Miss Hurricane at the time, and I thought, you know what? I saw my sister do this, and I really wanted to do this.
So just following in your big sister's steps a little bit. So I want to know, like, what was the competition setting like? What was exciting about it? What was nerve-wracking about it? Like, just tell us more about that.
So the competition setting was actually really positive. The girls were absolutely wonderful. It definitely was competitive, but everyone was very supportive of everyone else and all the other girls. It was a lot of fun. It was super exciting, like I said again, and really nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So it's just like a little sisterhood bonding experience.
Yes.
That's so cool. So what was going through your mind when your name was announced as the next 2022 Miss Utah Tech?
Honestly, it felt like a long time, like a whole minute, but it's probably just a second, but my mind went completely blank. And then I was like, wait, was that my name? Is that real? Is this actually happening? And then I kept thinking, no. And so it's funny, my mom says I hobbled over and walked forward when they were gonna put the crown on me, and I was like, this isn't real, this is a dream. And I kept talking to Carly, I was like, is this real? And she's like, yeah, this is real.
Oh, that's awesome. So you had that little like relationship with Carly saying like, oh my gosh, like this is, so like it was out of nowhere, like you weren't expecting it, right? And then what were some challenges that you faced preparing for the competition and during it as well?
Yeah, so I think that one of the best things that you can do for yourself in a competition like this is just know yourself really well. And I had been taking the time to get to know myself, and I think that it was really emotional because I have just moved out and my parents just moved across the country, well, even farther than that, to Puerto Rico. And so I was like, I'm an adult and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this because I love this. And it was a lot of tears, I'll tell you that, like 2 nights before the competition when we were having our boot camp. And I kept thinking, like, this is just gonna happen. I just need to have fun. I need to just do my best no matter what, because my best is whatever I've prepared.
Yeah, I'm sure it was nerve-wracking, or like, it's kind of a little, you get shy at some points, but then you're so excited to do it at the same time. So what are you most looking forward to being part of the Miss Utah Tech sisterhood? Because you're part of a sisterhood now. There's been generations of Miss Utah Techs. What are you most looking forward to?
So something that our current organization here on the school campus is trying to implement is just getting to know the past Miss Utah Techs. And so I'm really excited for that. After the competition, they each got a rose and they each came and introduced themselves that were at the competition and talked to me, and it was really awesome to get to know all of them, and I'm excited to get to know them.
That sounds so heartwarming. That makes me so happy. And for women who are wanting to compete but maybe were too shy to, what would be your advice to them?
I think that it is a hard thing to do, but it's probably one of the greatest things you can do for yourself, especially when it comes to interview, because it does prepare you like no other thing. And I think that advice that I would give is just be who you are when you walk onto that stage or when you're in that interview room, and that you are capable and you can do it.
That's great advice, Zoe. Thank you so much for being on the show today. We're happy to have you.
Of course. Thank you.
After the break, we'll check in with Stockton to see what's new in the world of entertainment.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
You can measure horsepower, but there's no measure for thrill. The land of exhilaration is calling. Rise to it.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
As the resident entertainment expert of Sun News Daily, I'm always talking about what I'm excited to see in the future. But today I decided it would be fun to see what you're excited for in the future. So we decided to go across Utah Tech campus to see what everyone's looking forward to in the future. This isn't even a real mic, it's just a prop. The real one's on the camera. Let's just go. So you're not excited for the future of DC?
No, James Gunn was a Marvel guy. He's in a bunch of Marvel movies, and DC is a completely different animal than Marvel, so I don't think he's the right person to be at the top of that hierarchy.
Is there something you'd like to see from him in the future, though, with DC?
Let Zack Snyder do whatever he wants. That's basically it. Zack Snyder does whatever he wants, and DC will be saved.
So horror movies, you're excited for them next year?
Yes, there's a ton of new ones coming out. Like, at least Smile just came out, and I really want to see that one. It just looks really creepy. Or like, there's the Megan one, which is really big on TikTok, but it looks really funny because it's like a doll, creepy one.
So Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Black Adam, have you seen it yet?
No, I have not, but it definitely looks like a cool film. I love The Rock, so anything that he's in, I want to watch him. So.
Why is The Rock so charming?
I think he's probably the most handsome out of all the actors in Hollywood right now. I think he's just a good guy. I think he brings a lot of charisma and just some good vibes for whatever he's doing.
Peaky Blinders, what is it and why do you love it so much?
It's just a show on Netflix. It's about just like kind of mobs or gangs in olden time. It's just really interesting. There's a lot of conflict, a lot of drama, and of course romance. So it's just everything I love in one.
Is there any sort of rom-coms that you're really into right now?
My favorite rom-com will always be Crazy Stupid Love. I love that movie so much.
You excited for any good books coming out?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for The Lost Metal by Brandon Sanderson. Comes out next week. I'm gonna actually go to the convention where they're releasing the book to the public, so I'm pretty excited about that.
What happens at these conventions?
I've never been before, so I don't really know. I just know it's like a release party for the book, so I'm pretty hyped about that.
So Black Panther comes out on Friday. What are you looking forward to about it?
I'm just looking forward to seeing how they're gonna kind of do the storyline, you know, after he died, you know, the Black Panther himself. I'm just trying to see how the storyline will come together and see how it'll play out. I saw the previews for it. It looks really exciting because I'm a big movie buff, so I'm at the theaters quite a bit. The last movie I saw was Mousetrap. Mousetrap. It was based on the novel by Agatha Christie.
I'm here with Patrick, and he mentioned a deep cut for me, Kerbal Space Program 2. Why are you excited for it?
The KSP1's actually been out for a long time, so there's a lot of upgrades and a lot of mods that they're integrating into the new game. So I've been waiting for it for a couple of years now, and I'm super excited.
So I gotta ask, I suck at Kerbal Space Program. Have you ever had a successful launch in Kerbal Space Program?
Yeah. No, I've beat the game, so to speak. I've done all the missions and things like that, so I'm kind of getting bored of it. I started some mods, but a new update made them all pointless, so I'm excited for the new game.
I wish I was as dedicated as you.
just a lot of free time.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
I love it when I see people talk about entertainment they're excited about, almost as much as I might like talking about it myself. Almost. After the break, we'll check in with Reagan to see what's new in Trailblazers athletics.
Throughout history, each pivotal moment, every major transformation,
and all consequential advancements came at a price.
A price paid through immeasurable effort, sacrifice, and grit.
But only greatness emerges from immense pressure and a willingness to alter the status quo.
Building on over a century of trailblazing, Utah Tech University is on the rise.
as one of the fastest growing,
most affordable, and rapidly evolving institutions in the nation.
Utah Tech offers transformative experiences for all disciplines through our more than 200 academic programs.
whether in art,
Business,
humanities,
health sciences,
education, or STEM.
Utah Tech students imagine, create, and innovate
through active learning and real-world experiences in one of the most desirable and scenic locations in the world.
Honoring the past, dominating the present, and forging the future.
we are Utah Tech University.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Welcome back, Trailblazers. Let's dive into everything Utah Tech athletics. If there's a time to be a proud Trailblazer, it's now. Utah Tech redeemed themselves homecoming night from their last matchup with SUU, taking back the axe with a 48-36 win. Right off the bat, we have quarterback Victor Gabales in the pocket. Throws deep downfield a beautiful ball to wide receiver Ricky Johnson. You'll see more of him. Gabales again feeling some pressure, but hooks up with former Washington State teammate Joey Hobart to put the Trailblazers in the red zone. They couldn't convert, so they send in Connor Brooksby, who was afterward named WAC Special Teams Player of the Week, to finish the drive with a field goal. Gabales this time with his trusty running back, Quali Conley, to his left, hands the ball off, and Conley with the stiff arm, and he'll just speed down the sideline, casually outrunning 6 defenders before getting tackled out of bounds. For the first touchdown of the game, Gabales connects with Hobart on a rollout pass at the pylon. But it gets better here because Gabales, with plenty of time, hooks up with Johnson, we'll see it here in just a moment, for a 79-yard touchdown reception, Utah Tech's largest scoring play of the year. Johnson was named the WAC Offensive Player of the Week, and you can see why. 9 passes for a school record of 277 yards. Gabales in the red zone finds Johnson again, yet this time in man coverage, but Johnson absolutely mosses his defender for another touchdown. Gabales threw for 463 yards and 5 touchdown passes, including this time to Hobart. It doesn't get better than that. Johnson taking a short pass from Gabales, weaving his way, we'll see it right in a second, through the defense for a big gain right here. See, he jukes and he runs, big gain. And let me tell you, the energy in Greater Zion Stadium was electric, one play after another. I've said it before, but Conley makes everything look effortless. Here he finds that hole in the line going nearly untouched, then running it into the end zone with 0 resistance. Now we can't forget about defense. Cyrus Webster came up big with 3 sacks and 1 forced fumble to be named WAC Defensive Player of the Week. And let the celebrations begin. That is how you win homecoming night against your in-state rival. And here is the infamous axe, now belonging to the Trailblazers, at least until we meet again. The season changes and so do the sports. Men's basketball opened their season Monday night away against Nevada and fell to the Wolfpack 71-84. Cameron Gooden was the score leader for Utah Tech, scoring 16 points with 2 steals and 1 assist. We'll consider this first game a warm-up for Saturday, as the Trailblazers play at home for the first time since last season against CSUN. Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the nation, and Utah Tech happens to be the best in the nation. The Utah Tech Pickleball Club is the #1 seed out of 16 teams going into the Pickleball Collegiate National Championship held November 18th through 20th in Texas. Players will compete for a $10,000 scholarship fund awarded by Dynamic Universal Pickleball Rating, also known as DUPR, who will host the event. The semifinals and finals of the championship will be streamed live on YouTube for viewing. Ending the season on a good note, men's soccer beat UNLV in an exhilarating senior night match. Sophomore goalkeeper Jacob Zimmerman had 5 saves on the night, including this one off of a close shot from a Rebel forward. Speaking of defense, let's talk about junior defender Jaden Herrera stepping up in to defend the open goal. And he's got moves. Now this game was a total defensive effort, but what you're going to see here is freshman forward Kyle Walbruch, and he passes to sophomore forward Larson Rogers with a lot of patience and pristine footwork. 4, 5, 6 defenders in sight, and he seals the deal. Rogers makes it look too easy, and this was a well-deserved celebration with the bench. You can see the excitement in Rogers. He was pumped about that one. But the show goes on. Here, UNLV rushes towards the goal only to find Zimmerman with one of the most impressive saves of the season. The ball just barely deflected by his leg as he scrambles to secure it. The Rebels had one last chance to tie it up, but Zimmerman pulled through, securing the 1-0 victory.
We have the axe, people. We have the axe.
Yes,
how do you feel,
we
Reagan?
do. I'm feeling great. We did talk about this last show. I did have confidence. Coming off of a road win was huge, and also having a loss against SUU, I think that the players were inspired and we were ready to get this win. It was perfect. It was a perfect homecoming night.
Not only did they win, they played a great game. The game was so intense. I was on my toes the whole entire time, and then storming the field, that just made the night.
It was exciting. That's what we needed. I mean, I feel like that's what we've been missing from Trailblazer football, and we got it. We got it last Saturday night. It was awesome.
That's like sports biopic material for me. So I'm excited to see if they keep this going in the future.
And that's it for this week's edition of Sun News at Noon.
We will see you here next week, same time, same place.